my work is framed on critical literacies, which embraces critical reading. I mean, as you know, I'm looking for helping my students become critical readers, become meaning makers, and the most important, critical thinkers. Every time when reading whatever text, I mean, every time that they read whatever text that comes from the digital era, from issues related to whatever visuals or texts that are on paper.
Right, but what do you mean for critical literacies? What is it about?
Critical literacies. Defining critical literacies is not an easy way. It's a very complex task, but not impossible. Critical literacies is a very wide and deep approach related to different areas of knowledge, such as sociology, psychology, anthropology, and so on. But the one that I'm interested in, the field that I am going to focus on my work, is the pedagogical one. You know, I am a teacher. And being a teacher, you have the commitment to promote and foster your students to practice and develop critical literacies in class. When a student is a critical thinker, he is going to be able to judge different things by themselves. He or she is going to construct her or his own identity, right? And that is very good because in this sense, the student can acquire elements to build up a better world, to construct and make changes on his or her reality.
Well, how are you going to get it?
How can I implement critical literacies in my classroom? First of all, I must say that the concept of critical literacies has to be thought on society. I mean, it is society that develops, it is society that shapes the way that you see the world around you. It is society that develops identity. And you know, we are all hybrid identities. And we can do this, we all do this, I mean, throughout the language, the words, the experiences we have, joined with the theoretical framework or background we have acquired from context we have produced in the world and in our reality, right? And in this way, I mean, everybody makes meaning, construct meaning, and that's why we as teachers, we should practice critical literacies. It's a commitment, as I told you before. Another important thing to develop critical literacies in classes, you should foster, you should encourage your students to question, to inquire what the author presents in the text. I mean, students need to identify codes and messages which are hidden between lines. Students need to questions and inquire, taking for granted assumptions embedded in the text. Students need to ask themselves and unveil or uncover what is missing in the text. But the most important that I think is that the students should go beyond the text, and students should create and construct different alternatives to look for solving problems, different alternatives, different from what the author presents in the text. And in this way, students can change and transform the world, right? Can you see that? That is why, in a functional way, every time that a reader, I mean our learners, are reading any type of text, any multimodal text, students should ask what the text says, why the text says that, how the text says that, what is the other purpose. If me as learner, I am reading, who is going to get best benefit of that? What does the author, what kind of discourse the author is promoting? What kind of ideology is promoting? And if you make this clear in your mind, you can make your own identity, you can make your own meaning. And that is what I would like my students to do in my class. That is what I would like to practice in my school. And that is what a learner needs to do. And in this way, we're going to build up a better world, identifying equities and inequities, especially when we're talking about identifying genders issues, ethnicity issues, who is excluded, who is in the inner circle, who has the power of that situation, who is overlooked in different type of discourses. And that is critical literacies, and that is the perception that I have, and that is all.
Okay, Maria. Thank you very much, and thank you for sharing all these ideas.
All right.